Good everyone, welcome to Total Picture. Today we have some news, so let's get started. So today, to kick things off, we wanted to share some news about our latest pivot. So we talked about this a few weeks ago, that we were adding a new central pivot irrigation system to one of our fields. So that has actually been completely constructed, and at this point we're working on getting it hooked up to that central motor that'll help it turn in the field. But it is up, it is looking great. We were out there doing something else this week, and we got to take a video going down alongside it. So it looks great, and we're really pumped to get it up and get it rolling and see the difference that it can make in that field. And then on another side of things, we're getting ready for our detassing season, which should start usually about the first couple of days of July. So this is always a big task for us every year. One, the preparation, but two, the execution of it. So detassing is one of our largest, most intense times of the year, mainly because it's so important in how our corn is produced. Since we do make hybrids, we have to make sure that we are properly crossing pollination and silks from male to female. So we have to make sure that we are very precise with this part of the growing season to make sure that we're not getting self-pollinated plants or getting improperly pollinated corn plants. So first of all, the biggest step is making sure all the equipment is ready to go. It's been serviced, it's been updated, it has everything it needs. Our cutters and pullers are both very dynamic pieces of equipment. There's a lot of moving pieces. Whether we're looking at the blades on our cutters or the wheels on our pullers, or if we're talking about the arms and how they move up and down to make sure that we're cutting and pulling at the right levels to properly preserve our plants. Those are run by a system of lights and mirrors that help us to adjust levels automatically instead of us manually having to go in and raise and lower our heads every time we're going through a field. So we have to make sure all those moving pieces are up and running and make sure they are precise and accurate with everything that they're doing. So that on its own is a big task that our shop team and our farm team are working on right now. But then once we get out there, and we'll talk more about this in the next few weeks, the job is very important. We have to make sure, one, we're getting the right rows. So we have to make sure that we are cutting our female rows and preserving our male rows. So what we're doing is we're cutting off the top of our female plants, and that's going to help us to shoot out the tassels, which hold pollen. And so on the female rows, we don't want tassels. So we have to make sure that we're hitting up all the female rows, cutting them so that their tassels shoot up, and then going through and pulling them to make sure that our female rows aren't releasing pollen. Because we want to make sure they get cross-pollinated with our male rows, and this is a very time-consuming and precision-driven part of our year. Again, because we want to make sure we have the correct cross-pollination from male to female in our corn plants. So like I said, our farm and shop teams are working on that. They are making sure that everything's going to go well, making sure that we are well prepared for the big journey ahead with detassing, like I said, in the next 2 or 3 weeks. And then finally this week, like I said, we're out at the pivot to do another video, and we're actually working on a video newsletter. This is a big video update we do quarterly here, and it was a lot of fun. We got to go out, myself, our general manager Adam Ogle, and our facility operations manager Kyle McGoy. So this is a really fun way that we get to update you guys on what we've been doing, the big projects that we've started, completed over the last 3 months. It's a little more full picture, and it's been really fun to do. I've been able to do it with a few different people here at the facility. And I encourage you guys to check that out. Subscribe to our Total Focus newsletter. We release it there on the first Wednesday of the month. And you'll also get a bunch of other great news about what's going on here, what we're planning on, what we're looking forward to. Anything from new positions that we've had start, or big changes that we're making to our facility, to our structure, and the big milestones in our years. So when we talk about harvest and things like that, you get a little more in-depth, written out version of what we're doing. So it's a great way to keep updated. Like I said, the video newsletter comes out with that every 3 months. So please go subscribe to our Total Focus newsletter. I know I say it every week, but the video newsletters are very fun. It's something a little different. So please go check that out. The next one will be out on Wednesday, July 5th. But for now, that's all I have for this week. We hope you guys enjoyed the update. We hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give this video a like and subscribe to our channel. If you want even more content from us, you can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, and TikTok. And if you want even more content from us, you can go subscribe to our monthly Total Focus newsletter, which is where you'll find our quarterly video newsletter. But again, thank you guys so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed this video. We'll see you next week.